Hello everyone. Welcome to this segment of my live stream. Going to be giving a quick few updates on what is going on, and we are going to be looking at different news outlets and sources to give you an update of what is happening. But before I do that, I posted a video yesterday about the incident in Burkina Faso where it was reported that over 200 Burkinabe soldiers were ambushed by radical Islamist groups in the Sahel and liquidated. 200 of them, that was the report, were attacked and neutralized or liquidated, if you like. And a lot of people have been seeing a lot of response. Some are saying, oh, this is false news. This is not accurate. This didn't happen. So today what we're going to do is to look at other news outlets that have reported the same incident because I spoke to somebody I know in Ouagadougou, which is the capital yesterday, and he confirmed this story that the hearing reports that the attack happened on the But 2 days ago, on the corridor between I think Burkina Faso and Mali, or the corridor between there and Niger. So it's these attacks are happening on the border areas with Burkina Faso and Mali, and the corridor as well with Niger, where these Islamists are moving in and out. And we know for a fact that some of this group are moving because they have intelligence. They're moving because they have information. So who is really giving them all this intelligence and information on the presence of Burkinabe troops and so on and so forth? But before I go deep into that, let's look at some of the headlines and what's happening. Presidential front runner accused EU accession candidate of vote rigging. This is from Romania. So this is some bit of European news. Presidential frontrunner accuses EU accession candidate of vote rigging. So Romania's George Simon claims authorities in neighboring Moldova are sabotaging his campaign. Romania's Eurosceptic skeptic presidential candidate George Simon have accused the pro-EU government in neighboring Moldova of attempting to rig Sunday's runoff. The leader of the Alliance for the Union of Romanians came in first in the initial round of the presidential election, rerun on May 4th, securing more than 40% of the vote. Roughly 30% of Moldova's population are dual Moldovan Romanian citizens. Simon's supporters argue that early turnout among Romanians voting in Moldova is suspiciously high, nearly three times the level recorded during the same period of the first round. So basically, what is going on is that those of them that have this dual nationality, they can actually vote in Moldova. So because that government there is pro-EU, they can actually use them to undermine his own. And this is the front runner, this is the leading candidate. So there might be an attempt to sabotage his position. So we don't really know what is going on. This is the game. Sorry. So this is the game that the EU are playing as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the EU is trying to do that. That is number one. Let's look at other news coming from Europe. Billions were being pissed away on Ukraine aid. Now let's look at billions were being pissed away on Ukraine aid. Trump, the U.S. president, have once again called Vladimir, which is Volodymyr Zelensky. I mean, the Russian media are calling him Vladimir. Volodymyr Zelensky, the greatest salesman in the world. U.S. President Trump have said he was concerned that billions of dollars were being wasted on aid to Ukraine. In an interview aired on Friday on Fox News, host Brett Baer asked Trump whether he believes Russian President Vladimir Putin is an obstacle to peace between Moscow and Kiev. Trump instead directed criticism at Ukrainian leader Vladimir Zelensky. They keep saying Vladimir. What the hell is going on? They keep saying Vladimir. It's Volodymyr. The Ukrainians have their own identity, they have their own language. Why on earth are you guys calling him Vladimir? Well, there's something behind that name. Both of them have similar names. I think it's the same name, Saint Vladimir. It's a Slavic Russian name, if you like. I had a real rough session with Zelensky because I didn't like what he said. He was not making it easy, and I always say he doesn't have the cards. The U.S. president said he went on to slam the aid sent to Kiev by his predecessor, former President Joe Biden. The money is money. What bothered me, I hated to see the way it was, excuse me, pissed away. I hated to see the checks of 60 billion. Trump said, I think Zelensky is the greatest salesman in the world, far better than me. He comes to Washington, he walks out with 100 million every time. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. So he comes to Trump is funny. Trump is so fucking funny. Like, he just says some of these things, some of this outrageous stuff. I just say it casually, like he said, we'll build this big, beautiful wall, with Mexico. With like he says some really outlandish stuff, right? He would just say it and say it casually as if it's nothing. Anyways, I would, I'm going to play you guys a video very soon, which is so there's this guy from Cameroon. He's a reporter in Russia, so he was able to be granted, press interview by the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. And then he asked him, he said, and then he asked him, he said, why on earth, yeah, I'm trying to see, I don't know. People leaving all these messages. Don't want to be anyone other. Mm, I know where I'm going. So, I'm going to show you guys in a minute. All right. It's playing already, but I'm going to show you guys. That's a funny question. Like, your white skin. Why on earth don't they like you? Yeah. And the dude was laughing, like, what the hell is he talking about? Yeah. He started laughing. He's like, what the hell is like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, I'm gonna mute the sound for a second. Okay, I'm gonna mute the video for a second. All right, so I just hope it's downloading. Oh man, I wanted to download it. I don't know why the hell went off. Oh my god, this is the part I do not like. I wanted to see it download. Just didn't want. Man, it's funny, very funny. Did you know the question he asked him is like, you are white skin like them. You have knowledge in science and technology. So why don't they like you? Why this level of Russophobia? So like, why do we have this level of Russophobia? Why do the Europeans hate you? Meaning Britain and France and Germany and all these Western Europeans. Why on earth do they hate you as Russians when you are just white like them? When you also understand science and technology like them? And we thought it was only Africans they didn't like, because of our skin. We wanted to know, is it just Africans that they hate because of our skin color and so on? Yeah, that was the direct question posed to Sergei Lavrov, who's Yeah, by the way, Lavrov have been there for a long time. You know, he's all right. So I'm not going to play the video. I'm not going to continue to play the video, but I hope you guys can, follow the. Ah, I see. This is why I do not like to use this because this it keeps coming and disconnecting everybody. Ah, no, no, no. No, you can't. No. Remo. All right. So let's continue to see the updates. US considering migrant reality TV show. What? Putin Zelensky meeting possible according to Kremlin. So Romanian presidential election. Trump threatens Russia with crushing sanctions. Moody's delivery delivers first US credit rating downgrade since 1917. Ukraine's conflict could have ended in weeks. Russia stopped negotiator. US considering migrant reality. So let's look at this one. Putin Zelensky meeting is possible. So the Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky could hold talks on the ongoing peace efforts between Russia and Ukraine's delegations, result in progress and firm agreements. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov. I used to like this guy, Dmitry Peskov. Yeah, very eloquent. Speaks English really, really well. Said on Saturday he's and have like a funny beard. His comments come after the first direct negotiations between Moscow and Kiev since 2022. On Friday, Russian and Ukrainian representatives sat down for a 2-hour Turkish mediated meeting in Istanbul. The sides agreed to exchange their ceasefire proposals and discuss a potential follow-up meeting. According to Moscow's chief negotiator, Vladimir Medinsky, Moscow and Kiev also agreed to a major prisoner exchange. He said, adding that Russia is satisfied with the result of the talks and ready to resume contacts with Kiev. Talks could take place, but only as a result of progress in the ongoing peace efforts between Russia and Ukraine delegations. That is according to Dmitry Peskov. So people think that Trump is just going to come and give instructions, sweet talk Putin and give him instructions, and all of a sudden things are just going to be okay. Well, this is not how it works. You guys started some real, real big shit, and God knows how long it's going to continue. You start something up, I'm sorry, it's going to be a long, long time. You have to deal with it. It's going to be a long, long time. But it's a Zelensky meeting possible according to Kremlin. Um, so let's look at some updates from Africa. Africa, oh, South Africa urges white farmers not to relocate to the US. So they're trying to like paint this picture of Africans. That's the way they see us as savages, beating up white farmers, and so on and so forth. This is not even possible that there's a genocide against white people in South Africa. I'll tell you for a fact. Those guys make up less than 12% of the population, control 75% of the land, control 70% of the resources, and yet we at the receiving end are being accused of tormenting them. It doesn't add up. I'm asking any of you to make that make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. It is downright flat and slow to think that for some odd reasons, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and I will. I'm going to do this. I will try to Africa, oh, Africa, oh, Africa. Africa, eh? Mhm. Yes. No, I don't know. This screen was supposed to be maximize, minimize. I saw this mirror. I don't even know why this keeps going away. Africa, Africa, Africa. Oh. Mhm. Okay. You shot me down, bang bang. I'm off the ground, bang bang. Baby, you shot me down. You was five and I was six. Oh my, oh my God, oh my God. Ousted African leader relocates to neighboring states. So that's Ali Bongo. Ah, finally. Because they kept them under house arrest for a long time. Ali Bongo and his family, from Gabon, by the way, have left Gabon for Angola after being held for over a year following the August 2023 coup. Woohoo. So, the ousted Gabonese President Ali Bongo and his family have been released from house arrest and have been flown to Angola. African Union chairperson Joao Lourenço announced on Friday. The move came days after Lourenço, who is Angola's president, visited the Central African country and held talks with its leader Brice Oligui Nguema, who led the August 2023 military coup that removed Bongo. Following the demonstrations made by the president of Angola and the president in charge of the African Union, Joao Lourenço, together with President Brice Oligui Nguema from Gabon, the Bongo family have been released and have arrived in Luanda. By the way, Luanda is the capital of Angola. Angola's presidency said a statement posted on Facebook. Bongo's wife, Sylvia Bongo Ondimba, and son, Nuruddin Bongo Valentin, were transferred from prison to house arrest last week after being detained for over a year on charges of embezzlement, corruption, and money laundering. They have been moved to the family residence in Gabon's capital, Libreville, where Bongo have been staying since his removal from office. Ah, so why on earth are they not releasing them? What does this ones have to do to get released? It doesn't. It's it's effed up. You guys have to release them. It doesn't make sense that you still not releasing them. Ali Bongo. I know of the father Omar Bongo. He's Omar Bongo was at the point the longest serving leader in Africa. At the point he was think, yeah, at some point he was actually the longest serving leader in Africa because he's been in power for a long time. And now they want to remove all the legacy. And by the way, the Bryce Olugui Nguema seems to be like the cousin or their relative or whatever the case is. And the guy is tormenting the family like that. I mean, how did he get to that position? Is because they promoted him. And now he's decided to do this. I don't know why he's doing that. And again, I know there are people around him advising him that look, if you tolerate the bongos, they're gonna come after you and try to undermine you or whatever. So this is why he's punishing them. He wants to, and this is what these guys do with power. But the reason that is happening is because Ali Bongo himself was ill, seriously ill. The guy used to be a playboy in France, doing whatever he was doing in France. He was living his life and they brought him back to become president. It is funny hairstyle because you could see videos of him when he was in Paris, having fun, and his father was running the country, and he didn't want the stress. They took him and that was meeting like so many ministers and so on. And later was crowned as king, was crowned as president of Gabon, and now because it's too much work for him and everybody now lives off him, his body breaks down. He can't handle it because he's done a lot of narcos before, and his body can no longer bear it. So I don't even know why he was trying to do it so bad. Because there was a point some people said, oh, maybe his son should run, or maybe the wife should run. And they're trying because he was so adamant and stubborn. Maybe he should have easily relinquished and like nominated somebody in his place. Just nominated somebody to do it on behalf of him. That would have been different than him trying to like try to be there at all cost or whatever the case is. And that's why we're caught in this position today. Bryce Nkwemo. I need to see what else is on the news. If there's any country I want to visit, it will be Angola. BRICS is a key platform for the global majority, according to Lavrov. Libyan commander survives assassination attempts. While Colonel Ali Al Jabri of the Security Directorate Support Agency was targeted while engaging with protesters in the capital. Oh. Colonel Ali Al Jabri. Libya's Security Directorate Support Agency (DSA) says it foiled an assassination attempt against its leader, Colonel Ali Al-Jabri, in a neighborhood of Tripoli, which has witnessed days of unrest. The incident occurred on Wednesday night at the densely populated Abu Salim, where Al-Jabri had met with the protesters to listen to their demands. The agency said in a statement published on Thursday, while Al-Jabri was speaking with the demonstrators, some infiltrating criminals exploited the chaos and the lack of visibility caused by smoke from burning tires to attempt an assassination on Colonel Al-Jabri stated. They started burning tires. They were trying to like sabotage him. Wow, this is insane. You can see the riddles and And the car is yeah, that's
Thank you
crazy.
very much for the privilege of being here.
It is
My
insane.
name is Louis Francois, and I am from the
Okay,
Embassy of
welcome
Cameroon.
back. So let's.
Thank
So I want you guys to listen to this. Um, so I want you guys to listen to this. This is from a reporter, Louis Francois, as he called himself, from Cameroon. I was asking the foreign minister Sergei Lavrov, say, hold on a second, you guys are all white. So why do they hate you guys? Why the level of Russophobia?
thank you
Why is this
very much for
happening?
the privilege of being here.
So let's take a
My
listen.
name is Louis Francois, and I am from the Embassy of Cameroon. I know what Russia's contributions are to sports, culture, and science. I don't understand what Russophobia is, the West's hatred toward Russia. We see that Russophobia or hatred is already a symptom. In your opinion, what is the root of such behavior or approach? It's clear that they look at us, Africans, as a lower race. But you are white-skinned, similar to them. You are intelligent. You develop science and sports.
Yeah, and some people were laughing in the comments.
Why such hatred toward you? I want to
They're like
understand.
laughing.
Знаете,
Yeah, it's an interesting question, right? But there are people like laughing. Let's listen again. Like
It's clear
people are
that they look
laughing.
at us,
Like why?
Africans,
What the hell
as
are
a
we
lower
talking
race.
about?
But you are white-skinned, similar to them. You are intelligent. You develop science and sports. Why such hatred toward you? I want to
Oh my God,
understand.
and he was laughing
знаете,
too, bro.
есть много
Yeah,
суждений
There are many opinions on this
на
matter.
этот счет.
can't understand.
И я тоже
I mentioned
упоминал
some historical
некоторые исторические
examples.
примеры, когда Наполеон, великий император Франции,
Napoleon, the
собрал
great emperor of France,
практически всю
gathered
Европу
almost
в свою
all of
армию,
Europe
So he
into
also
his
talked
army
about
to attack the Russian
напасть на
Empire.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Российскую империю.
How
Чем
it
всё
ended
закончилось,
is well
известно.
known.
После Первой мировой войны, да, говорят,
Yeah.
там Германия
After World
была
War I,
обижена,
they say
её
Germany was
унизили,
aggrieved,
поэтому как бы заронили
humiliated, and seeds were planted for it
семена для
to
того,
seek
чтобы она
revenge.
стала мстить. Ну, неважно, как это произошло,
It doesn't matter
но
how it
важно,
happened, but what matters
что из этого
is what came of it.
Получилось опять.
It turned out
Как
the
у
same
Наполеона,
as with
собрали
Napoleon.
практически
They
всю
gathered
Европу.
almost all of Europe under the banners of the Third Reich and attacked the Soviet Union,
И
and
напали
everyone
на Советский
attacked.
Союз. Причем там нападали все, и испанцы, и французы.
The Spanish, the French, participated in the siege of Leningrad, not just the Germans.
Практически все
Practically all leading European countries which surrendered to Hitler and did not defend their homeland were drinking coffee on the Champs-Élysées.
Ну, конечно, во Франции были великие
France had great people whom we recently remembered, Charles de Gaulle
те,
and
кто
those who led the resistance.
сопротивление. Недавно отмечали
In November 2024, we marked another anniversary of the great regiment Normandy Niemen.
надо ценить.
All this must be
Но это
valued.
были люди, которые,
These were people who,
вопреки
defying the
тогдашним
authorities of their
властям,
countries at the time, joined the
ушли в
resistance.
сопротивление. Именно
They were the
они
ones
отстояли
who upheld the national
национальную
pride of
гордость
France
той же
itself.
Франции. Вот, но сейчас
Now
мы
we are
видим,
seeing practically the same thing.
практически то же самое, когда администрация Байдена
All right, if you listen to what he's explaining, he's talking about the fact that the Europeans have always done that from Napoleon to the First and the Second World War. It has always been one attack in Crimea, one attack against Russia after another attack, the Russo-Turkish War, the Russo-Sino War. So they always found a way Russo-Finnish War. They always found a way to rally around each other in order to attack Russia. So this has been a recurring theme. It's not something that came out of the blue moon. This is something they've always done in the history and in the past, and it's not a surprise. And this is what the foreign minister the foreign minister Sergei Lavrov is talking about. But it's the question that kind of got them started. Like, ooh, hold on a second, what the hell is he saying? The guy's like, you just white like them, so why do they hate you guys?
It is already a symptom.
What is the level of yeah? Why do
In
they
your opinion, what is the root of such behavior or approach?
Поведение или подход. Да, понятно.
It's
Мы
clear
еще
that they look at
африканцы,
us,
они
Africans, as a
более
lower
смотрят
race.
на нас как низкий какой-то рас. А вы
But you are
белые
white-skinned, similar to them.
похожи на них. Вы очень умные.
You are intelligent.
вкладываете
You develop
в
science
науки,
and
в спорте.
sports.
А почему такой ненависть?
Why such
к вам?
hatred toward you?
Мне
I want
хочется
to
понимать.
understand.
Спасибо большое.
Ну, знаете, есть много суждений.
There are many opinions on this
Oh
matter.
my God, this guy, he's the best.
Тоже
I mentioned some historical
Anyway,
examples.
примеры.
I need to remove it because the guy is the best. He asked it point blank. It's like, why do they hate you? You're just like them. You're just one of them. Why on earth do they don't want to see you? Anyways, thank you so much, guys. For those of you just joining, you're welcome. Leave a comment. Um, yeah, support my work in any shape or form you can. And most importantly, share this video, leave a comment, like, engage with the video, and I'll see you in the next.